Welcome back. It's time for some 814 Eats. We're here with Becca Parrish from Becca's Baked Goods, and we're making cinnamon rolls.
Yes, sir.
I'm rolling it up. Rolling up the goodness.
I can show you how to do that
Okay,
with the actual dough.
That's cool. Okay, so you're actually making cinnamon rolls,
Okay.
and they right here smell
Yes.
delicious, and I'm going to try not to eat that while you're talking.
These are kind of, some people refer to them as Christmas morning cinnamon rolls. It's kind of a traditional, like a holiday or like a special event. I remember these growing up. My mom always made these, and she's who taught me to do these.
Okay.
So when you make these, your whole house smells amazing. Imagine like Yankee Candle on like tenfold. It's awesome. So
good old cinnamon roll, Yankee Candle all over the house. We need that in our newsroom.
It's not a bad idea, but then everybody would be hungry all day.
That's true. That's awesome. We're already hungry all day.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the basics. I made this dough last night. You have to scald milk, oil, and sugar together right before it boils. You don't want it to boil. Then you're going to use a digital thermometer to make sure that you don't kill the yeast whenever you put that in.
Okay.
It needs to be between 100 and 110 degrees. Then you add the scalded mixture with your flour. Let it raise. This time of year, I like to set it on the radiator, and the nice warmth from that helps it to raise a little bit faster. So I like to,
Never thought of that.
yeah, it's nice. And then I like to do the cinnamon roll dough the night before, and then I let it finish raising in the refrigerator overnight, just covered with, I put a little covering of olive oil over it so it doesn't form a crust.
Okay.
And then it's ready the next morning. You can bake them for breakfast and make the whole house smell great. So we're going to start.
You're ready to go. You're breakfast hero at this point.
Yeah, exactly. With this and a big fat cup of coffee, who would be mad at that?
It's a great way to start the day.
So we're going to roll out your dough. It does not have to be exact, but like I try to do it about the size of this pie board, which is around like 20 inches.
Okay.
So you just want to get a uniform thickness, and then once we get it rolled out a little bit, like I said, it doesn't have to be anything perfect. This is where you put a little bit of elbow grease into things.
See, baking is about just, just doing it, adding love into it. You don't need to measure.
This is something,
what are measurements?
let your kids do this too. Like if you have little ones, this is something that they can do and get a little bit of flour everywhere, a little bit messy.
Yeah.
And as all things baking, you have to have butter and sugar.
That's right.
So to make it delicious and taste wonderful, we do 2 sticks of butter.
That is fantastic. Do we have butter cam? Yeah, butter cam.
So we're gonna do the
sponsored by. No, just kidding.
the angled spatula, and then we're just gonna smooth out the butter. And also with the radiant heat, I put the butter sticks on that and just let it get nice and soft so it spreads evenly. You cannot put cold butter on your dough or you'll just tear it, as you've had experiences with before.
Yes, I have torn the dough before with baking with mayonnaise.
So I'm going to have you unwrap this. This is my sugar. I do a combination of brown sugar and white sugar. That's just my preferred taste. You can do all white sugar, all brown sugar, whatever you prefer. I like to do half and half.
Okay.
So then after you get the butter spread across every part of it, you want it to touch all parts of the dough. You're going to put all that sugar out there.
Okay. Just dump it, or just like throw it all over the place?
You can just spread it right here, and then we'll spread it out evenly. And this is, like I said, half white sugar granulated and half brown. And then you can either use the angled spatula or your hand. Like I said, just get in there.
Yeah,
Obviously, clean hands before you do any
folks,
of this.
wash your hands when you're doing these things.
No germs. But this is something the kids can do too. So after you get your sugar all spread out, cinnamon is the last step. And we're just going to sprinkle. Again, it's your desired preference. Some people like it heavier. Some people like just a little bit of a dusting. I go somewhere in the middle.
Exactly.
Happy middle ground. Okay, and after that's done, woo, little poof. Don't breathe in. Not the cinnamon challenge. Okay.
Doyle almost made me do that. And apparently it's extremely dangerous.
Danger, don't do that.
Yeah, okay. No, you told me to do it.
Bad.
No, it was Jay that told me. Sorry, Jay tried to kill me. It wasn't Doyle. Sorry, Doyle.
Okay, so we're going to roll these up. Then this is one of my, just a tip for whenever you're doing these. I have a tape measure that I keep in my kitchen for food use only.
Okay.
And then that way you can make sure that you get the same amount each time. Oh, my knife is over there. I'll get it. But anyways, you get the same amount each time. So you're going to cut in half, cut your half in half, cut that half in half, and then continue just to cut. So you have 12 even rolls. You'll place them on a greased cookie sheet that's lined with foil.
Okay.
and then let them sit room temperature for about 15 minutes. Put them in the oven, 375 for 15 minutes, and you have those lovely things.
Voila! And look at that. You have these delicious cinnamon rolls
They
here.
are best served warm and with coffee or tea, but they can be served room temperature, and some people might even like them cold.
Or upside down.
And Mike Doyle says, or upside down. That's
Either way.
absolutely delicious. Becca, why don't you tell folks how they can get some delicious treats from you like this?
You guys can reach me on Facebook, Becca's Baked Goods. You can private message me, or on Instagram, Becca Baked This. My products are sold 7 days a week at the Clay Cup downtown Altoona.
Becca, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
And leaving us these delicious treats. You know who also is good at baking? He made a creme brulee last week.
Ooh la la.
Meteorologist Mike Doyle. He wanted to brag about this, so I'm letting him do it.
Thanks,
He's
George.
over at the weather.